Alrighty, guys, as the summer continues to kick off in the movie world, we are looking forward to so many movies, including, of course, ELIO, F1, and we'll talk more about ELIO later on in the podcast episode as I've seen it, but ELIO, F1, and then Fantastic Four, Superman, all of these amazing movies coming out this summer. But I think one of the most interesting movies to me is Jurassic World Rebirth, because Jurassic World Rebirth is technically the third soft reboot, or I guess the second soft reboot, the third iteration of the franchise. First one being Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 2, and then Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic Park The Lost World, I guess, is number 2. And then the second iteration being Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World Dominion, and now we're entering the third iteration, which all take place in the same universe, for sure, but is still going to be sort of a soft reboot with Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey, and Mahershala Ali. So, looking forward to that. And it's directed by Gareth Edwards as well, so that's also interesting. And I'm again looking forward to it. But the trailers have been good. I've been pretty excited. The action looks pretty fun. And one of the interesting things about this franchise is that it's a fortunate franchise in the sense of it just has a forever appeal. It seems like, and we said that before with other franchises. But for example, right, you can't just keep making Rocky movies or Terminator movies or whatever and expect them to continue to make money, because it just doesn't have that same broad appeal as these dinosaur movies do with Jurassic World, Jurassic Park. Jurassic World, which I thought was fine. It was pretty good with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. It was good. Made $1.5 or $1.6 billion. The next two films I thought were not so good, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World Dominion, and they both made $1 billion. Now, granted, Jurassic World Dominion, the last one, made just over $1 billion, but to me it was the worst movie of the bunch, and it pretty decidedly made tons of money and cleared the $1 billion mark. So it's an interesting franchise because you'd think that if you just make a good movie or a decent enough movie, or for that matter, if you just make a movie in this franchise, you're going to make close to $1 billion. I've put Jurassic World Rebirth at $1 billion, I believe, over $1 billion for the summer, because it's coming out at prime time during 4th of July. That is dead middle of the summer. All the kids are out from school. And if this movie is any good, which it seems like based on the cast, Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali don't just pick projects out of the blue. They gravitate towards projects, Blade notwithstanding for Mahershala Ali, but they gravitate towards really good projects. And it seems like this movie is on track to be pretty good. And I think it's easily going to crush at the box office. And now we have our first reactions to Jurassic World Rebirth. And they are coming from the United Kingdom premiere. So I'm going to read out a few of these reactions and we're going to talk about them on the other side. This first one here, it says, got to check out Jurassic World Rebirth tonight and had a really good time with it. Was happy to see dinosaurs be scary again. Gareth Edwards does a great job of making you feel the scale of things and presents them in such a terrifying way. Some great set pieces too. Next reaction, Jurassic World Rebirth was a lot of fun and had all the Jurassic feels. It doesn't, It doesn't advance the overall story much, but the story here is interesting and the characters are good. It felt like the original trilogy, which makes me happy. One scene in particular gave me chills. Pause here to say, I don't know what it means by saying doesn't advance the overall story. I don't care about the overall story. I mean, it wasn't because, they brought back the original cast members in Jurassic World Dominion. That didn't make the movie any better or any worse, inherently. It was the execution of that movie. So just because you're advancing the quote-unquote overall story of the Jurassic World universe, I don't really care. I just want a good movie. So that's something I wanted to comment on with that reaction. Next reaction, Jurassic World Rebirth is a fantastic addition to the franchise, delivering everything you want and more. From the action to the cinematography, Gareth Edwards knows how to craft a great dinosaur movie. This one captures the spirit of the originals and pulls you right back in. That's okay, very positive. I'm going to read a couple more here. Jurassic World Rebirth is a solid entry into the franchise. Some really great action and stunning visuals. Loved the new dinosaurs and how the movie leaned in, into how terrifying they could be. This one has the spirit of Jurassic Park. It makes some nice callbacks to the original. And one more reaction here. Jurassic World Rebirth is everything you want. The plot can be silly, but who cares? The film is gorgeous, the dinosaurs are awesome, and Jonathan Bailey may be one of my new favorite actors. My heart was racing, and there was a moment where I was so happy I wanted to cheer. So again, I have to say, we have to caveat all this every single time we do one of these videos about initial reactions by saying that initial reactions are initial reactions. And they don't necessarily, they usually skew positive, right? Not to say that it's, if positive reactions are coming out of a movie for these initial social media reactions, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing, right? It doesn't mean that, don't take them into account because it means that the movie's going to be bad, whatever. It doesn't mean that. It just means that we want to take these with a grain of salt, right? It doesn't mean that this is all going to be 100% film on Rotten Tomatoes. Rather, the reason I do these segments is to glean what are the trends that people are talking about. Like, what are some consistencies that people are talking about for the film? And for this movie, And this is all really good, in my opinion, from what I'm hoping for and expecting from Jurassic World Rebirth, which we'll do a segment about that in a couple weeks, hopefully, is a really fun time. And yeah, the plot can be silly, which is what a couple people are saying. That's fine. I mean, I don't want the plot to be ridiculous. I think the plot of the last couple of films were kind of ridiculous, but silly is okay as long as it makes some sense, right? And really what the standouts here are, the action seems to be great. Some of the actors, are being called out, Jonathan Bailey, for example. And I just think that what people want, what I want in particular, is just a really solid return to the franchise. I don't need, what I don't need, although it would have been welcome for sure, is for people to say, Jurassic World Rebirth rivals the original Jurassic Park. That would have been awesome. I don't need that, though, to be excited about Jurassic World Rebirth. The trailers have been good. I just need to know if it's going to be a solid, entertaining movie, and I'm going to go see it regardless. But still, I to be excited about this movie, I think to me, this is all good from what I'm hearing. That the characters are pretty good, the actors are really good, the action is great, the dinosaurs are scary, and that's one thing where even though I don't like terror, tension is always great in a movie, and I don't think that this is going into the horror elements of movie making. I think this is more just leaning into the tension of the dinosaurs. And I think that that's a really good thing. So I'm excited from these first reactions. We'll see as the initial reviews come out. But again, looking forward to the film very, very much. Guys, what do you think about these first reactions for Jurassic World Rebirth? Let me know in the comments down below.